Number 1, the numbers 1 through 10 are in a hat. Calculate the probabilities. So when you see this P, that means probability. So what is the probability that you will pick an odd number? So we're talking about the numbers 1 through 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so odd numbers would be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. There are 5 odd numbers out of 10 total. Probability is always what you want over the total. Okay, so we want those 5 numbers out of 10 total. We could simplify that to 1/2. Number 2, a multiple of 4. That's like when you count by 4, what you would say, or what 1 times 4 is, and 2 times 4, and so on. So the multiples of 4 would be 4 and 8. Okay, so that's 2 out of 10. That could be simplified to 1/5. And then a number that's not 7. Well, not counting 7, that takes out 1 of the 10 numbers. So that means there's 9 numbers left that are a multiple, or that are not a 7. So 9 out of 10. Number 2, this has to do with the counting principle. Okay, so that's where you multiply all the options that you have together. So 3 options for shirts, 2 options for pants, 4 options for shoes. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then 6 times 4 is 24. So you can make 24 different outfits. Number 3, what is the difference between experimental and theoretical? So experimental is when you actually do the experiment, how it turns out. So this is what actually happens. And then theoretical probability is what should happen. All right, number 4, Angelo reached in the refrigerator for a drink every morning for a month. Here are his results. So water, juice, coffee, and Mountain Dew. So what is the experimental probability that he picks coffee? So what actually happened is he picked coffee 13 times out of, now we need to find the total. So 8 plus 5 plus 13 plus 4. So we have to add all that up to figure out the total. So that's 30, which makes sense because that was his data for a month. So 13 out of 30 times he picked coffee. So that's the experimental probability. And then part B, based on the frequencies above, if he did this for 60 days, how many times would he pick Mountain Dew? So MD stands for Mountain Dew. So if he did it, Mountain Dew was originally 4 out of 30. Now we want to know how many out of 60. So you could make a proportion for that. You could solve it by cross multiplying, but you can also see that if I double the number of days, I would also double the number of times that I pick Mountain Dew. So that should be 8 times.